Acha. Last class of development was in last year. It was taken by Dr. Nandan Rudro. So how much you remember? Because in the copies that I corrected, I saw that in growth monitoring, you have written developmental thing. Like we'll be able to understand development of child, how the child is developing. So growth and development is very different, right? Ball কেউ একটা বল কৃষ্ণেন্দু বল what is growth and what is development? So growth is like physical kind of maturity, and development is the myelination. So they are attaining the skills. So this is the basic difference. Do not confuse between growth and development. We call it like, we always say it interchangeably sometimes, but don't confuse it. Okay. তো এইটা ছিল একটা another thing is tell me some factors affecting growth, factors affecting development. What are the developments, like what are the factors that are important for development of a child? এটা আমি পড়িয়েছিলাম last to last year. হ্যাঁ তাই না বলো malnutrition, so nutrition আর environmental factors, hormonal factors, very good. Are most important genetic. Huh? So these are the factors. And anything else? Systemic disease, something if happens, right? So if these are the factors for development, so obviously in case of development delay, like if there is some developmental delay, these factors will be involved, right? So if anything happens to these problems, so genetic problem, hormonal problems, malnutrition, so now it's very easy, right? Cerebral palsy, yes. Some neurological disease, yeah, that's so normal. So this is all about it. We are already done with the class. Okay, but now we'll go into some details, like what. So whenever it is asked in exam, what is the approach to a child with developmental delay, or approach to a child with malnutrition, approach to a child with, say, this urinary problems or whatever. So any approach will start from where? Approach mane ki? What is the meaning of approach? That the patient has come to I am sitting in OPD or IPD. Now what to do? That too very easy, yes. So history, it starts from history. So any approach in your examination, if it is asked that write down approach of this, so it will start from history. Okay, then it will proceed to, after history, examination. After examination, investigation, management, that's it. Okay, so generally it is in approach we talk about till investigation, then they say approach and then manage. So that is a separate question. But if they say that approach, that means you have to say till investigation. Okay, another thing is, in our question, I'm just discussing a little bit so that it sticks you. So in the question we had written that enumerate the steps of management of SAM, severe acute malnutrition. Enumerate means the name of the steps. You don't have to write down in details. Many of you have written beautifully, khub bhalo, but that was a like 20 marks question. That was in our MBBS era, we used to write that. So here we asked that you have to enumerate the steps. That means you have to just mention the steps. Management of hypoglycemia, hypothermia, like that. Initial stabilization, then rehab part. Okay. So let's start with our topic today. So growth versus development. Now development again, what is developmental delay then? So that means slow progression, slow. Now say there are in general, এই পিছনে কথা বলিস না, হ্যাঁ, সব মুখ আমার মনে থাকে, এটা আমার প্রবলেম, কিছু করার নেই। তো তাহলে আমাদের আচ্ছা, তো ডেভেলপমেন্টাল ডিলে, সো হাউ মাচ ডিলে, how much delay? Suppose a child should walk at the age of say 12 months, but he is walking in 13 months. Will we say that he has a developmental delay? No. কেন? এক মাস তো ডিলে হয়ে গেল। হ্যাঁ, রেঞ্জে হয়, ভেরি গুড। So it's a slow progress in the attainment of developmental milestones that obviously it will come in range. Okay, then there is developmental regression. What is the meaning of that? এগুলো সব পড়ানো হয়ে গেছে আগে। তো developmental regression means that the baby attained the milestones, so he was able to walk, then suddenly he is not walking. He is not able to even stand up, so gradually losing the milestones. Okay, now delay may delay may occur, delay may occur in different areas, so gross motor, fine motor, language, social, adaptive, so all these parts delay can happen in any of this. So it may be transient, transient মানে কি, for some time, right? So suppose the child was developing very well, child was 2 year old, suddenly had a convulsion or a seizure or whatever, then got admitted in a hospital. It was very bad, they presented with status epilepticus, the child was ventilated and they stayed for in PICU for say 2 weeks. Then suddenly after he came back, he will be like very weak. So before that he was running, but now maybe he is not even to stand up. So, but he will recover, he will recover. So that is a transient developmental delay. Now if I assess the child in that, after that incident, obviously I will get some delay in the milestones. Okay, but then it can be persistent. So delay is persistent, delay is there all throughout. So head holding was also delayed, sitting was delayed, walking was delayed. So it was a persistent developmental delay. So we have to observe the development over time, and it may happen with the developmental displays like disabilities. Now the most important is the global developmental delay. Then isolated motor delay, will come to that. This is a definition that will be asked, what is global developmental delay? Each word is very important. It is given in less than 5 years. After 5 years, then what happens? We call it intellectual disability. Okay, we don't call it mental retardation so far. আর আমরা mental retardation কথাটা use করি না. So below 5 years, global developmental delay. More than 5 years, intellectual disability. We have a separate class for intellectual disability. Okay. Now, who displays significant delay, that is more than 2 standard deviation in acquiring early developmental milestones in 2 or more domains of development. A প্রত্যেকটা কথা is very important. What is this meaning of delay, significant delay of more than 2 standard deviation? এটার মানে কি? মানেটা কি, মানে how to measure these 2 standard deviation for developmental delay? দেখো, so say this is the milestone. Okay, this one, plays near and talk with the peers. So this is one milestone, মানে বন্ধুদের সঙ্গে মেশে কথাবার্তা বলে. Now see, this milestone is coming in a range. So it may come as early as 45 months. It may also come till 50 months. So this is the range that 2 standard deviation means almost 97% of children will be having this milestone within this time period, this 5 months time period. So if somebody is not developing this skill after 50 months, that means the child is delayed. So falling to the right side of the range. And if the child is developing this part আগেই হয়ে গেছে, so early, very early maturity. Okay, so it can happen. তো এভাবেই যাবে প্রত্যেকটা ফর এভরি মাইলস্টোনস it is marked like this 2 standard deviation welcome 2 standard deviation okay this is early this is late so this part is delayed. Now isolated motor delay. What is the meaning of isolated motor delay? That means there is problem with the gross motor and the fine motor part. If there is gross motor delay, is it possible that there is gross motor delay but there is no fine motor delay? Not possible. Very rarest of rare cause it may be there. Some problem with the legs and so it's not affecting the hands. It may be there. But it will not be a neurological condition most of the time. It may be an orthopedic condition. So in your level, it is, if there is gross motor delay, there will be fine motor delay. So what happens with the isolated motor delay? That means the motor milestones are affected. Motor milestones are affected. It happens mostly in neuromuscular disease like maybe Duchenne muscular dystrophy. Okay, it may be some kind of spastic diplegia, that is cerebral palsy, hemiplegia, in stroke patients, in ataxia, paraplegia. Okay, so these are the things. Now isolated speech delay. Similarly, the child is growing very well, developing very well, achieved all the motor milestones well, but not able to speak. So there is one entity called isolated speech delay. It may be only expressive speech delay. Receptive is fine, can understand everything, इशारों में बात करता है, ठीक है, किंतु express करते, तो express delay. Okay, so it may happen in autism, it may happen in cerebral palsy, especially which is affecting if they have bulbar palsy. Cleft palate is another example. Okay, so these are the red flag signs of developmental delay. Okay, I'm not going to read everything, but this is very important slides for you. You have to refer a child if the baby or the child is not having visual fixation by 2 months of age, then standing with assistance by 12 months, standing alone by 17 months. See, these are almost 3-4 months from the age of the milestone, appearance of the milestone. Okay, so this is your thing that you have to refer to. Now, we are coming to etiology. So what are the etiology, the factors affecting development if there is some problem? So etiology, I have put it like this because you have to take history like this only. In antenatal, in perinatal period and postnatal period. So antenatal, it can be some chromosomal defect, it can be some inborn error of metabolism, okay. Then what else, like cortical malformation, that means some structural abnormality of brain, okay. Then some intrauterine infections, some congenital muscular disease, drugs, and then malnutrition, maternal stress. So these are all are very important. Achha. Then in perinatal period, there may be some problem with the birth, low birth weight baby, prematurity, multiple gestation. Then there may be some birth trauma, hypoxia, some encephalopathy, neonatal seizure, everything comes under this. Then in postnatal period, there may be some meningitis, encephalitis, nutritional deficiency, emotional deprivation. These are very important, okay? And congenital hypothyroidism. Now see, there are certain diseases that I have marked with green. What do they mean? They are treatable condition. So whenever a child comes to us with developmental delay, first we have to rule out these conditions that we can treat it. Suppose vitamin B12 deficiency. Just by adding vitamin B12, we can treat it. Rickets. Then congenital hypothyroidism. If I give L-proxin, the baby will be fine. Okay, development will be normal. Okay, so first we have to rule out this. Now how to approach a child with developmental delay. Now the child has come to us. Okay, see who has come. So 2-year-old Rabbi has come to us. Okay, now see, he is just standing. He could somehow drag himself up. He was here somehow, and she is so happy. Huh? so happy. Just look at the face. Okay, he has standard, yes. Standing by milestone. নিজের পায়ে দাঁড়িয়ে গেছে, হ্যাঁ না, সবাই খুশি হয়ে যায়। ইম্পর্টেন্ট মাইলস্টোনস, ঠিক আছে। তাহলে কি, আচ্ছা, তো what are the thoughts that will come to us if we get a child like this? Okay. So developmental delay, is it restricted to specific area or it is global? Like all the milestones we cannot see because there is no video, so we cannot see him talking. Acha, is it delayed or regression? If it is delayed or regression, then what is the etiological cause? What is the timing of event? When the insult happened? When was that injury or insult to the developing brain happened? Okay, then what is the appropriate functional level? What is the developmental level at present? Okay, then what are the associated comorbidity? Ar ki ache? Is there any seizure? Is there any other problem? Okay, and then what are the socio-economic and socio-cultural conditions? So all these questions will come to our mind if we get a child with developmental delay, and we'll try to answer this one by one. So first, a good history, description of the delay. So say Ravi, he attended head holding at the age of 6 months. Then he started sitting at the age of 10 to 11 months. Okay, so everything was delayed. So maybe at 1 year he was sitting unsupported. Okay, then description of strength. When we talk about that ki pare na, we have to also understand like ki pare. There may be some skill, he may be very good in talking, right? So description of the strength. Then antenatal, perinatal and postnatal. So probable time of injury. In this case, we came to know that Ravi's mother is an elderly primate and father's age is also quite elderly. Okay, so we may think of, and there is bad obstetric history, sorry, not primate, but elderly mother, then some bad obstetric history is there. There is history of miscarriages there. Okay, so obviously this is then what origin? Antenatal origin, right? If there is some this kind of history, then we'll think about some antenatal origin thing. Okay, and then perinatal period was fine, postnatal period was also fine. Okay, now development. I told about this, that trajectory you have to see in all the domains. All the domains, you have to describe this. Then family history. So 3-generation pedigree is very important. If similar kind of problem is there in the family is very important. Some unexplained infant death in the family. So these are the points that will come under family history. But 3-generation pedigree is very important. And now comorbidity, very important. So in case of developmental delay, there may be vision and hearing problems. So just that way I told you that there are some treatable condition, visual impairment and hearing impairment, both are treatable condition. Okay, so as early, if I can pick it very early, then we can do something about it. So we have to rule it out. Then there may be some behavioral problem. He is not able to walk properly or say stand, somehow he is standing. So there will be some behavior issues, there may be seizures. Okay. So we can define this, like how it happens. See, I was initially talking, no, that this is normal development. So if illness happened, like I said earlier, if some illness happened, this will be somehow little bit deviated and then again progress to normal type. Then this may be a case of static encephalopathy, that is cerebral palsy kind of thing, that he is developing at a subnormal limit, but he is developing well. Okay, and this is regression, that he attended milestones well, but then gradually regressed. And this is deviation, like he is totally deviated and dissociated. Okay, now what we'll do? History is done. So how much we gathered from history in case of Ravi? Do not forget Ravi. How much we gathered? that the mother was some problem with the antenatal part and mother had some bad obstetric history. Okay, now we will go towards examination. So what are the examinations? So first growth parameters, okay. Then we'll think about some dysmorphic faces. Does Ravi has some dysmorphic faces? কে দেখেছে ভালো করে মুখটা? I said to look at the face, not for he is happy. Also had something, okay. Fine. So there is some dysmorphic faces. Then we have to think about stigmata of intrauterine infections like microcephaly, congenital cataract, some hearing issues. Okay. Then some neurocutaneous markers. Then we have to do a neurological examination, a detailed neurological examination. We'll do that. And then vision and hearing. Again and again this is coming. Okay. So now from the very beginning, we have to look at the stature. So in case of developmental delay, I'll look at the stature. If the child is short stature, okay, so Ravi is our short stature child, okay, so it may come with malnutrition, Down syndrome, all these things. I'm not going like reading everything up. So we have to look at it, whether it is a short stature or tall stature. Is there any obesity? If there is obesity, it will be a Prader-Willi kind of thing we can think. Okay, so this is a baby with, this is a child with Prader-Willi syndrome. Then head size. So head size may be small or large. There may be macrocephaly in case of hydrocephalus or any other like Canavan disease. So there are many things. Head size we have to look. Microcephaly in case of malnutrition, IUGR, Down syndrome babies. Okay. Then face. Very important. So in face, see, Ravi looks like this, I think. Okay. Then trisomy 13, see very coarse facial features, cleft palate, all this. This is a hypothyroid. Okay, congenital hypothyroidism, protruded tongue. So face is very important. This is microcephaly. This is hydrocephalus. See, look at the size of the head and also the venous prominence in the forehead. Okay. And then hydranencephaly, the frontal part is very swollen. Then eye findings. I could have, this is one of the slides that it is notorious for MCQs and OSCEs. Okay, they love this, I don't know why. So eye findings, prominent eye, different kinds of eye, cataract, cherry red spots. So this is basically telangiectasia. This is a case of ataxia telangiectasia. This is cherry red spot, this one. And this one is retinitis pigmentosa. So they asked about this in exam, in MCQs. So we'll look at this. So our Ravi doesn't have any of this. So we can go to ears. Very important. In case of dysmorphism, in many genetic condition, the ear is little bit low set. Low set means what? Low set means if I draw a line from the outer canthus of the eye to the tragus part, like to the upper part of this pinna. So basically this chashma, you can see the specs. So the ear will be, সবাই নিজের চশমার দিকে হাত দিচ্ছে. So this specs, your ear should be like, it's in general 1/3 above the this part, okay, 1/3 above this line. এবার সবাই দেখে নাও সবারটা ঠিক আছে তো নাকি লো সেট ইয়ার্স আছে? আচ্ছা, so low set ears in case of trisomies, and then there may be some hearing difficulty. Large ear, see this boy have large ear in case of fragile X. Bat ear, we can say, bat, badurer moto. Okay, then nose. So broad nasal bridge is fragile X, lower nasal bridge, so there may be some hypoplasia of that part. Then skin. Again, same for MCQs and OSCEs, very important. Cafe au lait spots. The question exactly comes like this. So these are the condition where cafe au lait, these are the condition where cafe au lait spots is seen, except. They will ask like this. Okay, then hemangiomas. So these are cafe au lait spots. Then this is ash leaf spots, some angiofibroma. These are hemangiomas. This is Sturge-Weber syndrome. You can see even the CT scan, it is showing that there is some hemihypertrophy. Okay, then there may be some skeletal abnormality. So far we have come some head to toe, we are coming. So some skeletal abnormality like rickets, osteogenesis imperfecta, some cardiac lesion. So remember our Ravi has VSD. Some organomegaly in case of storage disease or inborn error of metabolism. Genitalia, macroorchidism in case of Fragile X, and hypogonadism in case of Prader-Willi. So these are the conditions that we have to see. And then we do a very thorough neurological examination. So we'll see the cranial nerves and all those 10 points we'll cover. Then we see that hypotonia or hypertonia, gait problem that Shayan said in the very first thing, that whenever the child is coming to you, we can see the gait, like how he is walking. Is there any circumduction gait or different kinds of gait? Those are the classes will come. So let's go back to Ravi. Now see what all he has. So he has short stature. See, all are color coded. So he has short stature, then hypothyroidism in the face, small head, more or less looks like this. No problem with the eye, other than hyperthyroidism. And mongoloid slant is there. Okay. Then low nasal bridge, low set ears, low nasal bridge. Then VSD, and then hypotonia. All this he has. So, from all this, from history and from examination, now we are doing a developmental assessment that Nandan sir has taught you last year. So we'll do a good scale with Bailey or Dasi, we'll do our scaling, and then we can see that, so this is a case of global developmental delay with dysmorphic features. Do we agree to this so far? Global developmental delay with dysmorphic features. Do we agree? We agree. Then, so it points towards a genetic condition, right? Obviously. And DQ, what is developmental quotient? 50%. Why? Because see, he is 2 years old, I told you, but he is just standing. So, at 1 year, normally the children, they start standing without support, even walking with support, without support. So, it is 50% in all domains. So, DQ we have to calculate in all domains, not only to walking, not only to gross motor. So, his functional developmental age is 1 year. This much is clear so far? Okay. Now, we'll go towards investigation. Amra ki bujlam? Ravi, 2-year-old, they came. Basically, he is a child with Down syndrome. Okay. Now I will go with the investigation. So hearing evaluation, eye checkup, and then EEG in case of seizure. If they have associated seizure, then we'll do EEG, a thyroid function test, a CBC. As simple as CBC. So if a child comes to you with developmental delay, you have nothing with you. You're working in a village in a very bad condition. We can do 2 things, thyroid and CBC. That will give you an immense clue regarding nutritional part and also the thyroid function test. Okay. Then if we have that privilege, we can go for MRI. What will be the MRI finding in case of Ravi? Kichu nao thakte pare. It may be just normal because it's a syndromic condition. Okay. But it may be somehow kichu thakto. But if there is some problem with the neonatal period, okay. So we did not go for MRI. I'll tell you why. We straight away went for karyotyping because it's very prominent. It's a case of Down syndrome. So we went for mother is very poor, say. So we'll not go for MRI. So developmental delay is not equal to MRI. We have to think and then apply our common sense and look at the financial condition of the patient, like how much they can afford. So if they can afford 2,000, we can go for karyotyping. Okay? we'll get the diagnosis right-handed. So if in case of Ravi we did karyotyping, but say in case of other conditions with developmental delay, and after that ID, I mean after 5 years ID, if they come, so we'll go for a Fragile X screening. Because why? Because this is the most common cause of a male child to have developmental delay or ID, intellectual disability. Then we can go for some, if it is non-syndromic, we can go for a gene microarray. If we can think about some specific genetic condition, we can go for other genetic test for that particular disease, okay? And not able to understand anything, but we think there is very strong genetic association, we can go for whole exome sequence. Okay, and then metabolic screening and all this. So now this is a flow chart. You don't have to read everything. Just see if someone coming with global developmental delay will do a detailed history, examination, vision, hearing assessment. Then if we can think of some specific condition, we'll directly go towards yes. If it is yes, then we'll directly go towards that testing. It can be metabolic, it can be genetic, whatever. If we don't find any cause, then we'll go for some general test like MRI, EEG, all those things, okay? So this is all about it. We don't have to proceed much further, okay? Now about management. So our approach is mostly done. I will talk about management. So what is the mainstay of management? First thing I told you that all the treatable cause that we have to rule out. That much I told you. Then what else? Now there is no treatable cause, but we have to detect it very early. Right? We have to detect it early. Then what will you do? If you find we had Ravi. So what we can do about him? We have to refer him to a nearest DEIC. What is the full form of DEIC? Dara, eder hocche dara. Bol. Ay, bol. DEIC bol. DEIC মানে কি? আচ্ছা RBS কে মানে কি? RBS কে এখান থেকে হচ্ছে না ওই দেখো। কমিউনিটি মেডিসিন মনে করো। বলো। রাষ্ট্রীয় বাল সুরক্ষা কেন্দ্র। কেন্দ্র। DEIC মানে কি? DEIC মানে কি? DEIC, District Early Intervention Center. So we'll send the baby or the child to District Early Intervention Center, which is run through RBSK. বল ভালো করে বল।
রাষ্ট্রীয় বাল স্বাস্থ্য কার্যক্রম।
স্বাস্থ্য ঠিক আছে। ওকে। স্বাস্থ্য ঠিক বলেছে। আচ্ছা। So then we'll go towards some neurodevelopmental therapies. Okay? Hey! প্রচন্ড disturb. Acha. So we'll go towards neurodevelopmental therapies. What are the neurodevelopmental therapies? Different kinds of therapy. Okay? So it may be if there is some only gross motor problem, then we'll go for physiotherapy. Okay? If there is some fine motor problem or gross or fine both, then we'll go for physiotherapy and occupational therapy. Now, if there is speech problem, we'll go for speech and language problem, we'll go for speech therapy. হ্যাঁ প্র্যাকটিক্যালে কম মার্কস এসেছিল না তোর স্ট্যাটাস দেখছিলি বলে So then we'll go for special education. What is special education? So the children who have lower IQ or they have like intellectual disability, they need some special support for education or learning. Okay? So that is called special education. And then behavior therapy. What is behavior therapy? তোদের সবার লাগবে ঠিক আছে হ্যাঁ tantrum, inattention, ADHD, hyperactivity, restlessness, সবার লাগবে সবার ঠিক আছে তো behavior therapy is behavior modification basically. So how we do that? So we try to change a child's behavior with the behavior of the parents. Okay? So that is, and then not only limited to this, we also have to see, we also have to see that the child is well settled in home and also in school. বাচ্চাটা স্কুলে যাবে তো, তাকে তো আমাকে রবিকে স্কুলে পাঠাতে হবে। So we have to do some adjustments. Suppose Ravi is not able to walk upstairs, তো আমাকে এখানে রেলিং লাগাতে হবে, তাই না, স্কুলে? Okay, so that much we have to do. So that is the role of CDC. So CDC is Child Development Center or Child Development Unit. They work with all this. This is the, see in the center, this is CDC, and then they work with the family, then medical specialties, the child, community, and all the therapies. So they do everything. And it's a transdisciplinary model. What is the meaning of transdisciplinary model? That means it's the other disciplines. So for managing Ravi, we need neurologist, we need a pediatrician, we may need some orthopedician, we may need physiotherapy. So ei je eto lokjon ache, so many people involved, they need some feedback system, some feedback loop. So each of them will communicate like what they can do best for development of the child. So that is called transdisciplinary model. Acha, what is the meaning of biopsychosocial model? Biopsychosocial. Bhav? Bol, Rakesh, bol. Bio means what? Biological. Psycho, psychological. Then social. Tar mane ki? So the physical part, the mental part, and his relationship with the community. So biopsychosocial model. So this is the role of CDC. This may be coming as a question. And then parent-mediated home-based intervention. So, okay, it's not always possible for them to afford a CDC or to go to a CDC which is maybe 50 kilometers away from their home. আমাদের রাজ্যে তো নেই, খুব কম, 2-3টেই আছে. So it's very difficult. It's not possible for a patient from Raiganj to come to SSKM. Not possible. So what we do, we try to teach the parent. So they go to home, they learn something, they go home and they practice it on the baby. So that is how it is called parent-mediated home-based intervention. Okay. Quickly some photos. So this is a gross motor activity. So what is this? Gross motor মানে which therapy? Physiotherapy. আবার চলো এখানে দেখো, gross motor physiotherapy, fine motor occupational therapy, speech therapy, sensory integration is different, I'll tell you. So this is gross motor activity. He is walking with some obstacle. What is this? Physiotherapy. Kind of. This child is sitting, fine motor. He is putting the colors. Okay. What is this? Gross and fine both, right? So this is basically a part of occupational therapy with sensory integration. So this will move and she will just move it here and there. So this is working with the vestibular system, so sensory system. Okay, chalo. Again this, a swing. So he's swinging, so sensory integration is happening. This is, what is this? What does it look? This is a flashcard. He is showing and he is seeing and will say speech. Okay, and then this is a parent mediated, and as I said that they get involved, they all learn, and then they go back and they apply it on the child. Okay, so this much about it. End of my presentation. Any question or shall I ask question? Global developmental delay. আচ্ছা চলো কোয়েশ্চেনটা ওই দিক থেকেই জিজ্ঞেস করা সব শুনেছি। চলো বল, তুই বল একটা, টেল মি টু রিজনস অফ আ ট্রিটেবল কজ অফ গ্লোবাল ডেভেলপমেন্টাল রিজন। ওয়ান বল একটা। ম্যালনিউট্রিশন, ভেরি গুড। বলো আরেকটা বলো। ট্রিটেবল কজ বল আচ্ছা বল আচ্ছা তুই বল ট্রিটেবল কজ এখনই তো পড়ালাম treatable cause of global developmental delay systemic disease like diarrhea ক্রনিক ডায়রিয়াতে ডেভেলপমেন্টাল ডিলে হয়ে গেছে তারপরে তাকে তুই ঠিক করে দিয়েছিস ঠিক আছে ওকে টেকেন আর ইনবর্ন এরর অফ মেটাবলিজম ভেরি গুড কি রকম একটা নাম কর ফিনাইল কিউটিনির ও ওয়াও যেটা বলিনি তাও বলেছে ভেরি গুড খুব ভালো আর তুই কি বললি টর্চ ইনফেকশন টর্চ বলেছে টর্চ জেনারেলি নট ভেরি কিউরেবল হাইপোথাইরয়েডিজম হাইপোথাইরয়েড ভেরি গুড ঠিক আছে ওকে আচ্ছা এই যে এইগুলো আচ্ছা হোয়াট ইজ ডেভেলপমেন্টাল রিগ্রেশন বল তুই বল
ডেভেলপমেন্টাল অ্যাটেন্ড করেছে ডেভেলপমেন্টাল স্ট্রাকচারটা দেন আবার ওখানে the baby already attend the developmental milestones then later the developmental regress from the milestone lost from the
lost very good okay আচ্ছা প্র্যাডার-উইলি সিনড্রোমে কি হয় ম্যাটারনাল না ওসব জিজ্ঞেস কর কি হয় বাচ্চাটার কি হয় নিজের এইটা দেখ এই বাচ্চাটা হচ্ছে প্র্যাডার-উইলি কি হয় দেখ আর এটা ক্লাসটাই বা কিসের হ্যাঁ সো ওবেসিটি অ্যান্ড ডেভেলপমেন্টাল ডিলে যদি থাকে তো উইল থিঙ্ক অ্যাবাউট প্র্যাডার-উইলি আচ্ছা ক্যাফে অলওয়েজ পজ সিন ইন which conditions আর দেখেই পড়ে দে হ্যাঁ Fanconi's anemia আচ্ছা কারোর কোনো কোয়েশ্চেন আছে না অল ক্লিয়ার ঠিক আছে চলো থ্যাংক ইউ